How do you do? Storyteller here, back with another of my weekly journals. It has been quite a full week up until this point. I started at my new job in my regular hours now. I'm overnight. I work from 5 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. And it is completely changing my sleep schedule. I'm okay though, like as you can tell, I'm actually alive and awake and somewhat sane, 2 out of 3 is not bad, but somewhat sane. But it's been really interesting. I work in the shipping department. I think I mentioned that to you guys before. There was a video in between the last one I uploaded and this one where I played I didn't play it, I took a quiz, but I had the audio off the entire time, didn't realize that my microphone had gotten unplugged. And I had no sound. So I hope I have sound now, because that would be really bad. I think I do. Anyway, I'm bringing this a little bit closer. I do this like in every video. I never prepare. I always forget to bring the microphone closer because I push it away when I play games and stuff, or when I'm on the computer just on my own, just so that I'm not hollering into the microphone, deafening you guys when I'm not, specifically just directly talking to you. When I'm playing a game, it'll be pushed further back, but I always forget to bring it closer again. Anyway, so yeah, started there. I'm in the shipping department now. In the shipping department, I think I might have mentioned this before, but I honestly don't know. There are a few different regions that qualify as our department. The first one is induction. Induction pretty much is a catwalk suspended probably 50 feet in the air with conveyor belts on either side of it, with totes and boxes and trays full of stuff, all going by on conveyor belts. There's one coming to you and there's one going down the catwalk, and you take stuff off of one conveyor belt and put it on the correct belt to go down. Now when you send it down, it goes to this place called Packout, which is where I've been for the past few days. Packout is, picture a hallway, and on either side of the hallway are wooden slides. We'll say wooden slides. They're called chutes, and all of the things you send down the conveyor belt fall into a chute depending on what store it's going to. So each chute represents a store. So when things fly down the conveyor belt down a chute, all that stuff in that chute is going to, say, Alaska, it's going to Michigan, it's going to Kansas in that chute. So there's a lot of them. We supply to a lot of stores, so that area is very busy. But when the stuff comes down the chute, you take it off of the slide and you put it onto a wooden pallet on the floor, and you have to build a pallet about 6 feet high without it falling over. And if you can manage to do that, you wrap it up in plastic, and then you beep it on your Pip-Boy, which is what I call it. It's actually just a wrist-mounted computer where you can summon drivers and stuff. We all have things like that, so whenever you send a message out through your Pip-Boy, somebody else's gets it and says, "Hey, I need help." So you say, "I need you to come pick up this pallet that I just made," and a guy in a fork truck will come around, pick it up, and bring it to the final area of shipping, which is the bay docks. There's 50-something truck bays, just wide open trucks, or just going out into the parking lot most of the time, but 50-something truck bays, and each bay has its own little area taped off on the floor where all the totes for that truck go, so you have to go and drop it on that spot. Now before it can go into the truck, you have to look around it, you have to see it. Is there anything corrosive on it? Is there anything flammable on it? Is there anything blah 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 blah? And for every item that fits that qualification, you need to put a sticker on the tote. Like, if you have a car battery, you need a corrosive sticker. If you have, I don't know, a hazmat thing with like aerosol cans in it, you need to put a flammable sticker on it. So many stickers. So many stickers. and at the same time you're making labels for the trucker so he knows what address to bring it to. So you're saying, basically, where the heck in the country you're going with this pallet. So now that I've completely bored you and most of you are probably gone, that's what I've been doing the past few days. Most of them have been spent in the pack-out, which is the hallway with the chutes on either side and building pallets. Now that would be simple if the parts that we're lifting weren't, say, wheel rotors packs, which are like 50 pounds, or giant cartons of aerosol cans, easily 50, 80 pounds of these heavy machine things. We get car parts, we get cleaning parts, we get maintenance things, we get canisters of oil, but it's not just one bottle of oil in it. They send it in like 4 packs, so it's like a carton of oil, and holy crap. So yeah, it's pretty exhausting, but I am getting a beast of a workout. I've flexed in front of my family. They're like, what do you need a gym membership for anymore? You just do this job. You don't need to go to the gym. And they're kind of right, actually. The past 2 days, I've been clearing over 40,000 steps. 2 days ago, I did 56,000, and yesterday, I think I did 44,000 steps. Now, on average, your daily goal is to hit 10,000 steps, so the amount of steps I'm doing per day is insane. Insane compared to any I've done before, so I'm tired. And the hours, I'm not getting home until almost 4, and then I've been staying up at night a bit, and the hours are crazy, but I'm okay. I'm actually okay. Like, it hasn't quite caught up with me yet, so I'm kind of just trucking along until finally does catch up with me, but I'm okay. Let's see. I've met some interesting people. Let me start back. In the top department, which is induction, which is the catwalk, like 50 feet in the air with the conveyor belts, I met a little tiny Asian girl. She's probably maybe 4'5". She comes up to like here on me. She is adorable. She'll walk up to me. How are you? How are you today? Oh, that's good. Okay, well, good to see you. Yeah. She talks like that. It's so sweet. I'm like, hi. Oh, you're so cute. But she's so, and she'll come up to me like if I'm working really hard. You take a break. You work too hard. You take a break. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm like, oh, you're so sweet. I don't want to say anything, like, I don't want to disagree with you, but I don't need a break. I'm good, but you're adorable. And let's see, oh, there's all sorts of people. This was funny. I was up in that same area, and I'm up there, and it's, how do I say this? In our warehouse, there's a large diversity of races and cultures and ethnicities, and where I was, there was a friend community. Like, there's a group of Jamaicans. They're all from Jamaica, and on that they have all bonded. They've all become friends, so they all mess with each other. They're all friends with each other, but based on their cultural originations. So I'm over there talking to one of them, and we're working in the same area, and on our conveyor belts, when you're up there, you all have your own conveyor belt that you work with, that you send things down on, send it in which direction you're going to, but you all work from one, and when you're sending parts down it, you're all at your own station. Well, things were slow at that time, and a tow had come down, and it went down the middle lane, which was where this guy, I actually don't know his name, where he was working, and I had nothing else to do, so I came around and I was helping to unpack the tote, because the tote has maybe 50 things in it, and each one needs to be separated individually, so I'm helping. So as I'm doing this, we're talking, he's asking me like, oh, when did you start here, what did you do before, blah blah blah, we're talking, and one of his friends one of his Jamaican friends walks by, and he goes, "You two are sharing a conveyor belt? Isn't that so cute?" And the guy I'm talking to me turns to me and says, "Get your little skinny behind back to your own station." So, yeah. The point of that was he got extremely embarrassed that we were working on the same toe and his friend busted him. Because we were actually having a nice conversation, but because his friend came along and picked on him for it, I had to get my skinny behind back to my station. So that was interesting. The lead of that area is a nice guy. He's really young. I'm thinking early 30s, but I think his name is Aaron. I'm not sure. I really don't know, but he's such a sweet guy. But he can't remember people's names, especially not mine. For some reason, people are having such trouble remembering my name. So what he's been doing is whenever he wants me, because there's so few girls in this department, he'll come up and say, "Hey, Miss Lady. Miss Lady. Miss Lady." He can't remember my name, so he calls me Miss Lady. But that was up until yesterday. Yesterday, I graduated to the title of "Hey, Little Sister." So it went from "Hey, Miss Lady" to "Hey, Little Sister." So that's fun. It's not like you could just remember my name. But he's an interesting boss. He's cool. He's very laid back. Like, he doesn't push people very hard. He knows, just take your time. It's a very long shift. It's a 10.5-hour shift, so we're all just trying to get through it and not die. So he's very understanding of that. He's a cool guy to work for, but, you know, he's a goofball, and he can't remember my name, so. Let's see. Oh, it was really cool. Yesterday, I was working hard, and I had a muscle shirt on because we're allowed to wear tank tops as long as the sleeve is thicker than the long side of a credit card. So if you hold the card up to your sleeve, if the sleeve is longer than the credit card, you're allowed to wear that shirt. That's how it works. But it was a cutoff shirt for muscle shirt, and I was lifting heavy stuff, and we have a Native American man. I believe he's a Navajo, but don't quote me on that. I think that's what he said, but he speaks the language of his culture. Again, I think it's Navajo, and he came up to me later on, almost at the end of the evening, as we were packing up and throwing totes and stuff, and he says, "Oh, very strong lady," and he gave me a name, and the name in Navajo means the strong lady. So I now have a nickname in a Native American language, I believe is Navajo, that has been given to me, meaning the strong lady, and that is so cool. I wish I could remember what the name was, but the fact that he said it is very cool. Let's see. It's so hard for me to remember just because of the late hours I've been keeping how much has happened, which is why you might be looking forward to soon a nightly journal, at least for the nights that I'm working, just so I can keep you guys updated on all of my work stories, because a lot has been going on, and I have a lot of fun stories, but I can't remember all of them just because my brain is a little bit fried from lack of sleep. So, Oh, so today. Okay, let's jump to today. Today was my first day off in 4 days, and our church was having a church picnic. It was a back-to-school themed picnic, a chili competition cook-off. I didn't participate in that. I'm not really a fan, but it was a big event. So we went early to set up, and finally we set up tents, we set up tables, we set up chairs, and we got stuff ready with the grill and for the cooking table and the food and hors d'oeuvres table, and it was a lot of work. So, oh, and a bouncy house thing, which we inflated the wrong one. We set up an obstacle course by accident, and we had to set up a bouncy house. We had to uninflate that, roll it up, and then reinflate the bouncy house. So that was fun. But yeah. Fun story, at the church building, I love to go in there. There's a big piano there, and I love to sit and I love to play the piano because I love the way that it sounds in the big empty church. It just sounds so peaceful to me. So I'm playing, and this guy comes in. Now, I have seen him before. He works in the mall at one of the kiosks. He runs it, and he's a little bit of a strange character. And he comes in, and he's kind of just listening to me playing piano. And then I stopped playing, and I went outside, and we were milling about for a while, and he comes up to me, he's talking to me, oh yeah, so this is fun, it's a nice day, great day for a picnic, blah blah blah, and my mom sees me talking to this guy, and she'll have no part of it, of course, so she came over and said, oh hey, I need your help, can you come help me? She gets me over there, she's like, I didn't need your help, I just wanted to get you away from the guy. I'm like, thank you. So, but my point is, when I walked away, he went up to the grill and was talking to the guy at the grill, saying, oh, she's so cute, blah, 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 she's, like, I see her all the time walking around the mall, I check her out as she's walking, oh, I see her all the time, blah, 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 how old do you think she is, blah, 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 just being a total creeper. What he doesn't know is, the guy he's talking to at the grill is my dad. He's talking to my dad. My dad threatened to kill him. The guy no longer talked to me again for the rest of the evening, and I think he might be dead. But yeah, I thought you couldn't have played that out better. It could not have been more ironic that he would talk about me behind my back and be all creepy to my dad. It's funny. Not so funny, but kind of funny. Anyway, so yeah, that was my day. I'm extremely tired. I'm gonna rest for a while. I'm just gonna take it easy today. Tomorrow we might be going out. We might be going to, there's a small town out by the ocean, by the shoreline, that we might be going to, just spending the day, so gonna rest up for that if we're gonna do a bit of walking. I've been doing a lot of walking, so just gonna take it easy. It's been a long journal, but a lot's been happening this week, so I guess that's it. But yes, that is something you guys can look forward to. I do intend on very soon starting a nightly journal just to keep you guys updated on all of my fun stories and everything going on at work, just to make sure I don't forget any details by the time Sunday comes around. Now, I will still be doing a Sunday journal just as an overview of my week and to talk about things going on coming up, but the nightly journals, at least on work nights, will be just to keep you guys in the loop of my life, so I don't neglect or forget anything that I want to share with you guys, because that's the whole point of this journal, is for me to be able to share with you what's going on in my life, and for me to be able to talk about things. It's an outlet, and I love to keep you guys informed on what I'm doing and what's going on in my mind. So I think that'll be really fun. We'll see how it works. If it doesn't work out, I'll just go right back to the weekly journals, but I would like to start trying a daily journal, so we'll see how that goes. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys, in the next video. Bye-bye!